Hello everyone, it's your favourite Atomic Blonde here with a little bit of Atomic Pop chat. Hello, here we are. Another week, another bit of chat going on. I'm doing a chat at the moment because my Sunday, Squiffy Wheeler. I'm using my Sunday lunches for the Doctor Who specials at the moment, sort of exclusive, so I can just talk about those in a bit of detail. And just doing a bit of everything else here over on Atomic Pop Chat. So I won't be talking about Doctor Who here, other than letting you know when it's on. But do go check out my specials. The Star Beast is already up from last week. And the Wild Blue Yonder will be going up today. So yeah, these should go up roughly around the same time. So go check those out. As always, let me know what you think. Are you enjoying them? Are you as disappointed as I am? Spoilers. But let me know. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts. I've had some great comments so far from people on Doctor Who. So yeah, love to hear what you're thinking. But anyway, let's talk about something else, shall we, peeps? As you can see, the office tree is up. The big Christmas tree is up downstairs. The house is looking very festive. There's we've got lights and snowflakes and all kinds of jazz going on. So I'm feeling very Crimbo-y here. I've had me Jamie Cullen Piano Man on, which has really got me in the mood. The only thing I haven't got is a beverage, just some water, probably just as well. But I did have a cheeky mulled wine yesterday while putting up the tree. So watching Elf, as I always do. It always used to be Elf Sunday. That was the tradition. The first Sunday in December, the tree would go up. Last couple of years, it's actually morphed into Elf Saturday, which is still fine. So it's the first Saturday in December rather than the Sunday. It's just kind of how my schedule has worked out. I think especially because I do Sunday lunch now on a Sunday. So I just get up Saturday morning, do the workout, and got everything down from the loft, which is bloody freezing, I have to say. It's so cold here in the UK right now. We even had a little flurry of snow on Friday. Didn't settle, but it was cold enough to snow. And put the tree up, put Elf on, as the tradition is. I always have Elf on the background, and I'm literally just saying the lines as they happen or just before they happen. Like, oh, does someone need a hug? Did you hear that? Love that film to pieces. So it's got me right in the spirit of things. And like I say, I've got the little office tree up because obviously I spend most of my life in my office because I predominantly work from home. So I want a little bit of Crimbo cheer in here as well. I have my Christmas hats that will be making an appearance soon. Just thought it was at the first weekend, maybe a little too early for people, but it will be making an appearance. So anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get into Atomic Pop Chat. Did that rhyme? Almost. There we go. So as always, peeps, you know what we're starting with. Disney. Disney and Elon Musk this week. Holy hell. I did watch this interview. Not the best interviewer in the world, I have to say. And he was so taken aback by Elon's response. I mean, I don't always know what I think of Elon Musk, but like politically or otherwise, but I do have an element of respect for the guy. I mean, I think money does allow you to do this, obviously, that you can just go, okay. You know, it doesn't matter. I can say what I think, and I do like his stand for free speech. Even though some people don't see it that way, I don't understand why you wouldn't see it that way. The reason these channels are here, or a lot of channels on YouTube are here, is so we can hear all sides of the argument, of the debate. You know, and not just political, but you know, obviously it's in our pop culture. And, you know, you just should be able to say, I like this show, I don't like this show, without it being a reflection of your personality, or you're condemned as some terrible person who should suffer a horrible death because you don't like Star Trek Discovery. It's all a bit crazy bonkers. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to touch on this. And I was just, you know, And again, he just basically turned around and said, you know, they're going to be, I'm not prepared to be blackmailed. It's like, I'm not going to change the algorithms or promote certain things for this channel to advertise on X. So go F yourself, basically. And he said, and the interview was so taken aback. It was hilarious. And they're like, you know, what about the money? And again, it might well bring down the platform, which probably ultimately what Disney would want, and a lot of people would want. But you know, I respect the guy. You know, he's got his principles, and he's basically saying, I'm not going to be blackmailed. So good on you. You know, and I'm sure, like, if he needed to, he can get the finance, and if he wants to carry on with the platform. I mean, at the end of the day, he kind of made a stand. He sort of set out his stall. And if X collapses, it collapses. He's like, you know, he's still got his other businesses, and I'm sure he's got money squirreled away somewhere that, you know, he ain't gonna be going hungry anytime soon. So, but good on him for just coming out and saying what needed to be said. You know, Disney is not the boss of us. Disney hasn't got the right to tell us what we think and feel about everything every minute of the bloody day. As I covered last week, you know, Wish has absolutely bombed, which is their, you know, their centenary celebration film. They've just completely can't read the room. They've potentially, you know, they've lost so much of their audience. You know, there's rumors just swirling around about She-Hulk 2 has been renewed. She-Hulk 2 has been cancelled. Feige's out the door, KK's out the door. You know, we've heard these 1,000 times, but if it is going to happen, it's going to happen now. You know, if those two don't go now, then well, they're only ever going to go under their own steam. So, yeah, you know, with the Disney had their figures out. They know, you know, they have lost so much money this year on failed box office movies. You know, the only thing that sort of remotely broke even was Guardians of the Galaxy, and obviously James Gunn has gone over to Warner Brothers, so they haven't even got him in the stable anymore. You think so things need to be rethought, but then everything that comes out and that we hear, albeit rumors, you know, with the female Silver Surfer doubling down, maybe, you know, and promoting Agatha Harkness book of whatever it's called, days, I don't know, and continuing to promote this nonsense. They just don't seem to be learning. It's almost like they've got this blind spot that they refuse to accept that this is the cause. And then they've put the plonker in charge of Loki season 1 on the next Marvel film. I can't even remember what it is now. Who cares? But you know, it's going to be bad. And as another YouTuber says a lot, you know, they're just shuffling the deck chairs on the Titanic right now. They're just taking one writer from one failed show and then putting them on another project to fail. It absolutely beggars belief that that they hold Loki season 1 right up there in any kind of esteem. Yes, it done quite well ratings wise comparatively to all their other shows, but it didn't do well, and that was only because of Tom Hiddleston, who was basically a bit part in his own show. So yeah, Disney are not going to recover because they're not prepared to face the truth. They're not prepared to cull the idiots that they've got infesting the studio. And yeah, we can just keep reporting and pointing and laughing. And you know, people like Elon Musk are the ones sort of going emperor's new clothes here, people. And but yeah, Disney still refused to see it, which is just mind-boggling. I mean, you know, I'm talking about Fergie. Who's Feige? Honestly, it is only water. Feige and KK going. I mean, this guy's neck has got to be on the chopping block. The thing is, he was never a good CEO to start with, and all he done was spend money, which made the money at the time. But he can't buy his way out of this. There is no money, so he can't buy his way out of fixing Disney, and he doesn't know how to fix it because he was a weatherman. I love lamp. So anyway, keep burning Disney until you're prepared to swallow a bit of humble pie and a few home truths. You know, Iger's banging on about quality over quantity again. He said that last year. We've still not seen any quality. So, hey ho. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Now, from one On Fire studio. Oh, no, sorry. I'll do that. No, I will do this, actually. I will do this and come back to DC. So, as I said, James Gunn is obviously headed over to DC. The last of the Snyderverse films is due to come out this month, 22nd December in the States. I assume it's the same time here. Aquaman 2. Now, talk about a film plagued by issues. Really don't know how this is going to perform. Saying Aquaman tracking with 50 to 60 million. I think that's possible only because there's literally nothing else out. There are no other films out. I think if June had come out when they planned it to, that would definitely be storming it right now. I don't know, is Wonka out? I think Wonka might be out, which seems more of a family movie than this. I don't know. But the whole, hoo-ha around She Who Will Not Be Named, and her latest film has absolutely tanked. I mean, I didn't know she had a film out. I couldn't even tell you what it was called, and I don't care. But the headlines is, it's made less than $50,000 globally. And this apparently has made Warner quite twitchy. They're quite nervous that the turd effect is real, even though we've been banging on about this since the trial. There was the petition that was over 500,000 people saying, get her out of this film. There's rumors swelling from the Depp fans paid to have the notes released from the trial of her psychiatrist, and there's all these things in there. She's saying that Jason was getting drunk and pretending to be Johnny, and he wanted her fired. He didn't want her on this. There's all these rumors that her friendship contributed to the breakup of his marriage. I mean, he was a big Amber Turd fan, and now he doesn't seem to have a good word to say about her. So not unsurprisingly, Warners are still very, very twitchy about how this film is going to do. Rumored $215 million budget. I'm sure it's more than that. I mean, they've done quite a lot of reshoots, and obviously they've delayed it. This coming out, we saw how badly The Flash did. But saying that, Jason Momoa is a darn sight more popular than Ezra. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think a lot of people don't care, not interested. It's taken too long for the sequel to come out. We know it's not going to go anywhere past this point. Jason Momoa is not going to be Aquaman in the DC universe. He may be coming back in a different role. Again, rumors all over the place. So what's the point of going seeing it, really? Unless they've written it as a real sort of standalone movie. But I say I stand by. I'm not going to go see it because she's still in it. And I don't have much faith that this is going to be a good film. And I think it's rumored all to be about climate change, which, fine. But yeah, I think the only reason, like I said, this will do well is because there's literally nothing else for people to go see. After sort of Christmas Day, Boxing Day here in the UK, that sort of week between Christmas and New Year, people like to go out. Often, obviously, going to the cinema is a top choice because it's bloody cold and it's indoors. And a bit of escapism, a bit of fun at Christmas is exactly what you want. So it could do okay by just default that say there's nothing else. Or it could just come and go and be yet another bomb for Warner Brothers, who could really do with a bit of cash right now. We shall see. But the toxicity of this woman continues to prevail and bleed into everything she touches. So I guess watch this space. So anyway, spoiler, gave it away. Violent Night. Now, I am late to the party on this one by a year. It did come out last November, I believe, at the cinema. I didn't get the chance to go see it. I did want to go see it. And actually, like, on one hand, you go, blimey, it's taken me a year to put it out, but it does make sense to wait for them till the following Christmas to put it out on a rental and, you know, buy DVD, etc., etc. So I finally got to watch this last night. It's currently streaming on Sky and Now TV. So obviously, if you subscribe, it's effectively free. So yeah, and I really enjoyed this film. I think it's a little bit long for the type of film that it is. That you could have easily lost about sort of 20 minutes of this film. It did. There was a point where you're just like, oh, God, get on with it. But the overarching thing, I found this great fun. Not a family film. But just a great bit of fun. You've got a very wealthy family. They've all come home for Christmas. Like a lot of wealthy families are portrayed. I don't know if this is true or not, but they all seem to hate each other. They're all vying for the inheritance. You know, nobody gets on. And it transpires that they've got this vault under the house, and there's like $300 million in this vault. So all the catering staff turn out to be criminals, and they take out the rest of the staff and hold the family hostage, and they want to have access. They basically want this $300 million. And one of the family, so the son and his estranged ex-wife and their daughter are there, and they give the daughter, she's, you know, probably about 7 or 8, this little two-way radio and headphones, and say, if you're speaking to this, like, Santa can hear you, etc., etc. So you can keep track of when Santa comes. And obviously the home invaders crash in, and we got Santa here, who you'll recognize from Stranger Things, plays the sheriff, and great actor. I really liked him in this film. So he's playing Santa, and the opening of the film is like Santa in a bar, and there's like another Santa, because obviously it's like Christmas Eve, so people playing Santa, and he's sort of sitting there having a drink and just basically saying how vile kids are today, that they're all entitled, ungrateful, they just want cash or to be an influencer, that's all they want for Christmas, all this kind of stuff, and, you know, kind of how vacuous everybody is. And they just kind of take it that he's just obviously just a normal guy, but then he goes up on the roof, gets in the sleigh, and the woman behind the bar, he basically hands her a present for her grandson and goes, it's for Mikey or whatever. And she's like, how did he know my grandson's name? And how did he know that? And she goes up to the roof and basically sort of sees Santa flying away on the sleigh, and it's this lovely sort of Christmas moment. And Santa just hurls, just bombs all over the side of the sleigh, and it just splats straight on her head. And that just sets the tone for the whole film. It just, like, that is so gross. So Santa's a bit pissed. He's delivering presents and continuing to drink milk and a bit of sherry and cookies as he goes. But he's literally sort of saying, you know, I think I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. There's just no grateful children out there. And he gets to the house and goes to leave the presents, and obviously the home invader guys have arrived, and he has a fight with one of them, and sort of, I guess, accidentally kills him. He sort of shoves him out the window, and he gets impaled on this Christmas decoration thing. And but then he gets the radio, and then he hears the little girl saying, Santa, and will you help? You know, we're being held hostage. And then Santa kind of goes to leave, and then but he sees the little girl, and he's like, oh, you know, I can't walk away. So then we have this whole kind of like Die Hard situation. So imagine, like, it's Bruce Willis, but Bruce Willis is Santa. So he's then going around taking out these home invaders, and when they finally get into the vault, they find that the money's not there. And then I won't give away the whole film, but then there's obviously another sub thing like, well, where's the money? Who took the money? All of this, but it's all kind of like, and I say it was just really good fun. It is very violent. It is called Violent Night after all, spoiler. But I just really enjoyed it. It was just a bit of mindless sort of adult Christmas film. So if you've not seen it and you sort of like your Die Hards and maybe a little bit of sort of horror, but sort of black comedy in there, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. Say it's probably a little bit long, but it's sort of, the pacing's a little bit off towards the end, but stick with it. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it. So something a bit different. If you don't like your schmaltzy Christmas, then go check out Violent Night. Cool. Okay, so coming up, what else have we got? So there's quite a few of sort of K-dramas out at the moment. We've got a new one, My Demon. Dropping weekly, as I've said before, you always get 2 episodes drop a week with Korean dramas. So there's one on Friday, one on Saturday. Again, it's kind of like a sort of a love story type one. So again, not into your schmaltz, you probably won't like this, but if you like your Korean love story ones, this will be right up your street. You've got a demon who's been around for hundreds of years, who kind of makes Faustian deals. So you can have whatever you want, but a bit like Supernatural, Crossroads Demon, 10 years, and then your number's up. So he goes around, collects on these deals. And then you've got your kind of your wealthy heiress situation. And she's not married yet, and her parents were killed, and the sort of CEO of the company kind of took her under her wing, and she basically loves her like a daughter. Her own family's absolutely vile. They're all vacuous. They all hate each other. They're all vying for the money and the company and screwing each other over at any opportunity they get. So she's actually really close to the girl. She's driving home one evening, and she's got a stalker, some absolute nut job who's following her and tries to kill her. And the demon he can basically pick up on vulnerable people who are likely to make a deal in that split second of something bad happening. So he sort of turns up, goes to offer her a deal to save her from the killer. But before they can sort of agree to this or seal the deal, the psycho sort of goes to drive into them, and they both crash into the water. Then we kind of cut to the next day, and they're both alive. And the demon has a little cross tattoo on his wrist. This is now passed to her, and we don't know why. But that means he's lost his powers. But however, when he's touching her or holding her wrist, it activates the little cross, and then he does have his powers. So obviously he's now a very vulnerable demon. He's trying to collect on the deals. And if he doesn't continue to make deals or collect deals, he can actually die. He can spontaneously combust or something, as these sort of demon rules. But obviously there's a whole kind of, he doesn't like her, she doesn't like him. They always start this way, right? But ultimately they're then sort of starting to fall for each other. But you've got this whole drama around her, and the CEO then dies, and it looks like she's been murdered. It's potentially could be one of the family, we don't know, but they won't let her be autopsied. But obviously in the will, she's left, the girl will be the next CEO, but she has to get married to be the CEO. All this kind of stuff's going on. So only 4 episodes in so far. I'm enjoying it. It's a bit quirky, very, very Korean. So it's a little bit quirky. It's always got those weird sound effects going on. There was a fight scene yesterday, which was done as a tango. You just have to go watch it. I can't explain it to you. But so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, definitely. And there's another one starting today. Is it Tale of the Nine Tails? So I'll be checking that one out and seeing what I think. Obviously Christmas season, so there's gonna be a million one like Hallmark type cheesy. They're all exactly the same films, but I'll still be working my way through them anyway. Just got to get you in that Christmas frame of mind, I guess. And wheeling out the classics as always. Yeah, I'm still working my way through Lazarus season 2. Very good so far. I'm enjoying that. Just got a couple of episodes to go. So next week I should be able to tell you how that concluded and whether it's a yay or a nay. But so far so good. But they have to nail the landing as always. And the Monarch Legacy of Monsters. This week's episode is a bit disappointing. As I said, I'm a little bit on the fence with it. It was just lots of walking and talking and not a lot of action. We really need to see some monsters. So see what happens next week. But yeah, I wasn't sold on this week's. I literally couldn't tell you what happened in it. Other than they were climbing up a mountain, then they separated. I don't know. There's just lots of walking and talking. So a bit of a disappointing episode this week. But again, we'll let you know what I think next week. And For All Mankind, brilliant. Really enjoying For All Mankind. The alternate history stuff's great. It's like the Gorbachev regime is like fallen and the communist regime's coming back, and hell's breaking loose on Mars because there's factions within the Russian cosmonauts up there. Those are some are obviously Gorbachev's side, some of them are in the new regime side, who just thought that Russia had gone too westernized, and so they're like infighting, and things are breaking down on Earth. This show is just so well written. Cannot recommend it enough. Go check out, and I will do a season wrap up when it completes, and highlights of this season, and let you know overall what I think. But so far I'm really enjoying it. Just something a little bit different. Cool. And then obviously just to wrap up, as I said, Doctor Who, the pain of my life right now. So yeah, this Saturday coming, I don't know why that's sort of slipped down a little bit, but anyway, the 9th of December, The Giggle, which is the last of the 60th anniversary specials. Looks like the regeneration will happen as part of this episode, not the Christmas special. We know the Christmas special is Shooty and Millie. But it looks like the regeneration is going to happen in The Giggle. I am excited for this one. I have to say, I've been very disappointed with the last two. Like I say, go check out my reviews for that in detail. But just the ending of this week's and the setup of next week's looks really good. The trailer does look great. The setup for it, having Wilf there, just amazing. So, yeah. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed that we actually get an anniversary episode, big and bold and celebrating everything that's a crazy world of Doctor Who. It's not that it has to be filled with cameos or anything like that, but right now they're just mid episodes. Nothing to write home about, nothing to draw in new fans, I don't think. But this week's was definitely better than last week's, but still had its problems. And again, a very mid episode. Nothing wow, nothing to... I wouldn't go and rewatch it, put it that way. But I'm really looking forward to the third one. If the third one is good, obviously I'll end up caving and buying the DVD or the Blu-ray. But if the third one's not good, I ain't gonna bother. Ain't gonna lie to you peeps. So anyway, that's it. Short and sweet, little pop chat. Just to let you know what I'm thinking on what's happening in the world of pop culture, which is bonkers as always. But anyway, as we get towards the end of another year, we made it through another one by the skin of our teeth. God knows what's going to happen next year. Going to be very interesting for our channels, I think, next year because of the writer's strike and then the actors strike. There's very little in the pipeline, very little coming through. What is coming through is obviously the legacy of stuff that has already been made and been pushed back. So God knows what the quality is going to be like. So yeah, I don't how TV and the film industry are going to do, especially the film industry, are going to make it through next year. You know, a lot of businesses only made it through by the skin of their teeth through COVID, and no new movies to show. I mean, at my local View, I think they're showing Love Actually, they're showing Elf. There's quite a lot of old films. So I don't know if next year we're going to get lots of anniversary screenings of things because there's just nothing else to show. Have got Dune 2 to look forward to, which should have already been out. But apparently they have brought forward the launch of that, not by much. I think rather the end of March, it's the 1st of March now, which is still good. I'm hoping they might bring it even further forward. I bet they're absolutely kicking themselves. They pushed it back now. Like I say, there's just no competition in the cinemas whatsoever. They could have absolutely cleaned up. Absolutely cleaned up. I mean, they'll probably still clean up early next year because, again, there's just really not much coming out because things aren't being made or finished. Things that were due to come out next year have already been pushed to 2025. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens next year. I think it's just going to give even more opportunity for foreign cinema to come through. And I mean, Korea's already storming it. You know, I think it's an opportunity for other countries. And with the vehicle like Netflix are now buying up so much foreign country shows because they're just not capable of making good shows themselves, apart from the odd one or two. And it's kind of no risk for them because I imagine these aren't, it doesn't cost them as much to buy foreign films and TV as it does commissioning new stuff and content for themselves. So yeah, going to be an interesting one next year. I think we're going to buckle in, see what happens. What direction does Marvel go in? What direction does Lucasfilm go in? Who knows? Can Doctor Who get any viewers back? It's not looking that way at the moment. I think, unfortunately, the overnights aren't out yet. The special last week was only 5 million, just over 5 million, which is 1 million more than Jodie, but the David Tennant reduced to bring in 10-12 million. That audience has not come back, and after that first abysmal episode, I think it's going to drop even more this week. So, but word of mouth might give it a bit better shove for the consolidated. But yeah, I guess, Russell, bit of humble pie to eat, my friend. But hey ho. Anyway, as I said, that's it. Let me know your thoughts. What are you thinking? What do you think we're going to get next year? Have you watched Violent Night? Did you like it? I thought, yeah, great fun. Not everybody's cup of tea, but great fun. Let me know what you're excited for next year. Any Christmas specials coming up you want me to review? I'm very much looking forward to Ghosts. It's going to be the last episode of Ghosts ever for the UK one. Yeah, so obviously they're expecting. So we're going to probably obviously get a Christmas baby. Will all the ghosts pass on and leave, or will they stay, or who knows what's going to happen? I'm very excited to see that. I imagine that will probably be on Christmas Day, either before or after Doctor Who, I would have thought. But looking forward to that. So let me know, what are you looking forward to? Have a great week. Check out my Doctor Who special, my Sunday lunch special, episode 2, Wild Blue Yonder, to know what I thought about that. And I'll be back next week with a third and final anniversary review on my Sunday lunch. And a little bit of Atomic Pop chat, because I'm sure something else crazy and bonkers will be happening this week with Disney, Warner Brothers, Elon Musk, who knows. But you have a great week and take care. And don't forget, like, share and subscribe. Hi to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much for joining the channel. Do go check out my previous videos. Feel free to comment on any of those, past, present, and things you want me to check out in the future. I will come back to you. Have a great week. I will see you next week. Have fun. Take care. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All of that. Bye-bye.